Hi, I'm David Robson, and I'm here at Purple Valley for this session of Asana School. And I thought I would talk about Janu Sirasana B. It's kind of a looked over posture. I started to think about this pose watching students go through their practice because it seemed like people weren't really doing anything when they were doing it. And I was the same way. It just seemed like you're sitting on your foot. There's nothing else going on. And it doesn't really make sense when you think about the rest of the practice and how difficult all those poses are. And then all of a sudden you've got this one pose where basically the cue is put your anus on your heel, right? I mean, it's mildly uncomfortable, but hard to understand what the real benefit is. Well, I think this pose is about internal leg rotation. So initially, once we jump through and set up, we want to externally rotate and bend the knee to get into position, Janu Sirasana A. And to really start to work in the hip, when I do this pose, I don't let my right hip travel back. I keep my hips in line as though I was just coming from Dandasana, staff pose. So just the right leg comes back. And now I'm going to try to come on top of the heel, but I wouldn't want to curl my tailbone under to get into position. This is a forward bend. So I'm going to try to be moving from my hips. So this is what I see a lot of the time. I see people get into position here and then lift themselves up and come to sit on the heel and then try to do a forward bend there. So it makes the back really round and they're kind of collapsed. I think it's much more interesting, that means harder, to go into Janu Sirasana A and then go into a forward bend first. So I start to tilt on the sit bones, bringing my front hip bones forward, and I'm flexing this right foot on the floor. I keep flexing the right foot to encourage this thigh to roll in, and I roll my right hip forward to come over the heel. So I'm still trying to maintain a nice even hip position. My right hip is as far forward as my left. And then holding all of that work by flexing this right foot, when I look down I can see my right big toe. That's when I start to come over my left foot. Okay, so that's Janu Sirasana B. I'm David Robson, and this is Purple Valley Asana School.